Hello and welcome back to my little classroom here where I give you presentations on whatever the heck I want to give you presentations on. Today, we're coming back with 5 more things that are gender. The sequel, or the second part of my, I guess, gender series now. If you remember, I had 5 specific things that are gender about 6 months ago. And I had a lot of fun making that, so I thought, hey, let's make another one. So today it's 5 more things that are gender. To me, specifically. If you don't understand what's going on in this video, that's perfectly okay. This is all for fun. It doesn't have to make sense. Just sit back and enjoy. So, first thing up on this list, Guffy Fortnite. This is a creature, a dude, one of the playable characters from Fortnite. First reason why he's gender to me is that he's not really a human. He's not a human character. And if you remember from last time, a lot of what was on the list of being gender were non-human things, like non-human characters. And so him being a non-human is very much, I enjoy that. It's also, he's not really an animal either. And like, I don't know the Guffy lore, but looking at Guffy, I don't see an animal. He just really looks like a funky bird thing. Also, look at him dance. Look at him dance. That's actually my favorite Fortnite dance. I don't play Fortnite a lot, but I spam that dance whenever I do. Also, he's fluffy. He's fluffy, and that makes it, that doesn't need explanation. Fluffy. Okay, next, I am personally handing you a gold star if you know what this is just by picture alone. If you recognize this image, I am giving you a gold star and giving you a kiss on the forehead. Number 2 on the list is the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park. This is a giant Lovecraftian horror and it needs no gender. It is, if you don't know what the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park is, it is a fictional world building project that literally is, there is a giant living organism bigger than we can comprehend in Texas, and in the past, they made it into a national park that has since been shut down due to a horrible catastrophe. I'm not going to go into it any more than that, but I love it so much. But yeah, it has no need for gender. It is going to eat you no matter what. If it does have a gender, it is one we cannot comprehend. It's horrifyingly beautiful. I love it so much. This is actually a picture from the lore of it during the catastrophe where it almost woke up. So you could see, like, do you know what gender that is? Because I don't. I just see a horrifying tentacle arm rising in the distance, and it's so cool looking. Honorable mention under the kind of umbrella of the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park is the Circus Clown Chimus, which is literally a group of clowns that fell into the National Flesh Pit, they fell into the flesh and were conglomerated into a horrifying amalgamation of clowns, which, if my gender can't be described as a horrifying amalgamation of clowns, I don't know what it can be described as. Okay, but next on the list, an old empty library. Now this one's a little bit more abstract because it's weird, but so why do I consider old empty libraries to be gender? One, they're haunting. They're if you've never been in an old empty library, it is incredibly haunting, but in the best way. It's like having a spooky gender. It has something to do with all this conglomeration of knowledge with no one to know about it. Like, no one left to know. It is just knowledge going nowhere. Also the echo of an old empty library. Again, just emphasizing the emptiness. Who doesn't want their gender to be just empty and beautiful? Okay, but next up on the list, astronauts. Coming back to something a little bit more human, but still fairly shapeless, and androgynous is a better term for it, because you can't really tell what the gender of the human is inside of that. It's an unknown gender, so there's the mystery aspect of it. Also, the lack of face. I think this comes back again to the horror of it, which is a strange place to go. But space is nothing if not horrifying, because you don't know if there's even somebody in there theoretically. So the horror aspects of just an empty humanoid suit that you can't see inside of is just gender. Also, this picture right here is just beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's like all the space gays out there are loving this. I guarantee it. This picture doesn't make sense to me the longer I look at it, because that's Earth, but that looks like Earth, a smaller Earth with rings around it, and then that looks like an Earth under the astronaut again. I just thought it was a cool picture with a cool astronaut that you can't tell their gender if they have any. So yeah. So now, last but certainly not least, dragons! Dragons! Yes! Fun fact, How to Train Your Dragon, which that picture on the top right corner is from, is my favorite movie of all time. But anyway, why do I consider dragons a gender? Or why do I consider dragons to be gender in the best sort of way? Well, first off, dragons are above the puny human concept of gender. They can be whatever they want, because literally in Dungeons and Dragons, dragons are shapeshifters. I also find it fascinating how culturally they are spread out. Like there are dragons and tales of dragons in a bunch of cultures around the world, which I think it's beautiful. Just how kind of gender changes throughout cultures around the world too. I don't know. I found the link there. You don't have to. I just think dragons are really cool. Yeah, dragons look really cool. And that's why I think they're gender. But yeah, so those are five more things that I consider to be gender. Now, really quick breakdown. Just because I say these are gender, I don't think these are genders, if you understand that kind of split. When I call this gender, I mean it in a way that these make my little genderqueer heart happy. I'm not saying my gender is dragon. I'm saying I think dragons are really cool. And that's not going to make sense to everybody, but that's okay. If you didn't understand this video, but you think you know someone who might, send it to them. Maybe they'll get a laugh out of it. Maybe they'll have a good time. It's fun to make our ideas of gender and our correlation of what gender should be a little bit more abstract and having a little bit more fun with it instead of thinking of it so seriously and strict, which I'm doing here. So if you liked it, leave a like. Tell me what your favorite one was. Tell me what are some of your ideas of what could be considered gender. And again, share the video with someone you think might feel a little happier if they watched it, because making this video, it really was. It's not about trying. Making this video makes me very happy. I had a lot of fun just doing this silly little presentation. So I hope you guys had fun just watching it, and I hope it made your day a little bit happier. Anyway, again, subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content. I have a bunch of weird content here. Feel free to like the video, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this. Drink lots of water, eat good food, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.